All right, it is time to welcome to Graps and Yaps a very special guest, a wrestler who is at the forefront of the Aussie wrestling scene, not only with what she's accomplished inside the ring, but also with what she does before the bell even rings with her unforgettable performances on stage. She wrestles this Saturday as part of PWA's King of the Metro Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Graps and Yaps, Shay Kassidy. Shay, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. What an introduction. I don't
Hey,
even
come
need to
on.
say anything. You've just
Yeah,
done
we
my
got
job
you.
for me.
We got you covered here, man. It's a big weekend for you, but it's also kind of been like a pretty big year. I want to get into everything and, of course, King of the Metro too, but take me back to the start of the wrestling journey. What were, I guess, some of your earliest memories and how did you even get into wrestling to start with?
Oh, me and my brother used to watch it when we were younger. Like, it genuinely was like my earliest memories were me and my brother watching wrestling. Like, from when I was at
No
least,
way.
like, yeah, like my earliest memories of like at least 4 years old. And we're watching like, like wrestling from like, ages and ages and ages ago. Um, But yeah, basically we always talked about it. We were like, oh, we could do this. We could do this. And then like when I got basically in my like last year of high school, I kind of was like, oh, like there's a tryout. I'm not doing any uni, I'm not doing anything like that. So let's try the thing that I always wanted to do, but never really thought that it was like a thing in
Yeah.
Australia. And then yeah, like the rest is history, really.
So you said it was you and your brother.
Yeah, me and my older
And
brother.
did he ever get the bug? Like, did he ever try it out, or was it just kind of like, nah, I'm good?
I think he always wanted to, but he was more kind of focused in like he's very music orientated, so
Oh,
he
no way.
does like yeah, like he does a lot of it. Like he's had a lot of few bands and stuff, and he became a father like a few years back. So he had different priorities, but I think he likes to live vicariously through me sometimes.
Yeah, I think like having you, I guess a sibling like do the things that you like. You're like, yeah, sweet. This like I'm doing it too, right? Like
Yeah,
I'm there with
exactly.
you.
Exactly
Um,
that.
and are you from Sydney? Like born and grew up in Sydney, or was it somewhere else?
Nah, Newcastle. That's where I'm from.
Newey. No
Yeah, the Newey girl.
way.
Yeah.
Wow. And when did you make it down to Sydney to, continue the career?
It was 2022. It was only a few
Okay.
years ago that I like moved everything to Sydney to
Yeah.
start training at PWA. And
And
yeah,
who were some of your favorites? Like when you and your brother were watching, like who were you rooting for? Who do you remember, back in when you were a kid?
my like all-time favorite was always and continues to be Shawn Michaels. That was like my all-time. I loved him so, so much. Also Lita, love her. And
Huge.
Edge, yeah, Edge
Wow.
as well. Like, oh my goodness. And then, oh, who else? Jeff Hardy.
Of course.
Jeff Hardy was a big one, yeah. Yeah, like Shawn Michaels was my main one though. That was the one I was
That's
always
so
just like,
funny. You know what's funny is that like sorry, and not to make it about me, but when I was a kid, like my favorite was like The Rock. But I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm realizing that I have always been a Shawn Michaels guy, and I don't know what it is. So like
mm,
hear you say that, I'm like, yeah, no, like he really is the guy. Like The Rock is cool, don't get me wrong, but like
yeah,
there's something about Shawn Michaels, especially like when you go back to like the '90s too, like just some of the fits, just on the
yeah,
fits alone, like were just he was that guy.
yeah. Well, even still, like my first interactions, kind of like with seeing him, were like his '06 stuff, like
Yeah,
very early 2000s to like that kind of era. And so I didn't really even see his '90s stuff until I kind of actually had to go back when I was a bit older and revisit it. So
yeah,
I really just knew his like what was it, '02 to
oh
10,
yeah,
like 2010 run, and that was
yeah,
kind of
okay,
all I knew. So then to be able to revisit all of the other stuff he did was crazy.
dude.
And yeah, still just the best.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. So you get, towards the end of school, you do this tryout. Do you remember like, you know, what that tryout was like taking a bump? Like, do you remember anything from that initial tryout?
So actually, in the tryout, we didn't do any kind of bumping or any kind of
Okay.
movement stuff. It was basically just kind of like it was like cardio and just kind of seeing if you can push through some
Mm.
pretty intense like workout. And like it was, yeah, I was so nervous because I was 16 when I tried out. I was very
Oh
young.
man.
And like there was it's a predominantly like it's a male dominated sport. So I'm coming
Right.
in and I'm like I'm the like youngest. I'm one of the few girls that are there. So incredibly nervous. But yeah, there was like a sense of stubbornness that I was like, I just have to keep going. I just have to keep going.
Yeah.
But I remember like the first time I took a bump, and it was like a very like I'm kind of like from the squat down position into taking it on like a mat on the outside of the ring.
Okay.
And I just remember winding myself and then having to just pretend that I didn't wind myself.
It like I don't know how you don't do that. Obviously, when you repeat it a couple of times, but that's my thing. I see it and I'm going, how are these people not like, getting sick, getting winded?
Oh yeah. I'd like sometimes I'll have matches and I'll just land and I'll be like, well, I gotta
Oh,
get up, I gotta keep going.
okay. Man, did you play sports or anything like that, like in school? Like, did any like physical like thing, exercise or like training get you prepared for this?
Nah.
Yeah, you just went
I
straight in cold.
I just went I didn't even go to the gym like at this point. I was so like
Man.
yeah, I was so inexperienced on like physical exercise and everything. And I just kind of went, well, I'll give it a go. And it was so difficult. But now I am regularly going to the gym and,
Look at you now. Exactly that,
that was my
man.
introduction basically, pro wrestling.
Dude, just straight into it. I love that. So, you do this tryout, you start training. I think, once you start getting those fundamentals down in wrestling, I guess the next step, right, is to figure out your character. Like, what's your gimmick? Which it kind of brings us to the backslide girls. Shout out to Kingsley too, by the way. But talk to me, how did that come about? Were you, I want to ask, actually, before we get to how that came about, maybe this is how we get there. Were you like performing in talent quests in school? Did you have singing classes, or was it your brother, the musically inclined, that got you involved in performing? What was it?
I so my only experience in like any kind of performance or anything was I did some dance lessons and it wasn't like much. It wasn't like a lot. And it wasn't really when I was super young. It was kind of like in my teens I started doing like dance
Hmm.
like lessons semi regularly. And so I kind of and Kingsley actually had like proper singing lessons. So she kind of knew that she
All
brought the
right.
singing and I brought the dancing. And we also like, yeah, we kind of just ended up just being able to kind of carry the two bits and put them together into that. So no, I didn't really do any singing or anything.
Man.
I couldn't genuinely if you told like 10-year-old Cass or Shay what she would be doing now, insane. She wouldn't believe it. She would not believe it because oh my God, I used to have such bad stage fright. Honestly.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I still get so incredibly anxious to do any kind of entrance. I get more nervous for the entrances than the wrestling at this point because I'm like, we have to nail everything. It has to be perfect.
That is so funny. You're like, I'm not worried about getting hurt, man. I just want to make sure I can hit this note.
Exactly. Once the entrance is done, I'm going, okay, cool. I can figure out
Yeah.
the rest later.
That's so funny. What was it like? Oh, because you've been tagging with Kingsley. Now she's in America, killing it over there. Was that hard for you to like transition from like being in a tag team to like now you're on your own, you're doing your own thing?
Yeah, look, because I kind of knew she was going, and I knew for like maybe 6 months before she left that she was going.
Hmm.
So I prepped myself early to be like, okay, well, she's gonna go and you're gonna be on your own, so you have to get used to that now, rather than she goes and then we have to like figure it out. So honestly, I'd done so much solo work and before she had left to the point where then when she did leave, it didn't give me too much of a
Mm,
difference. I kind of was just used to like it, I just kind of the only thing I had to just get used to was I'm just not tagging as much as I used to. But my solo stuff kind of stayed pretty much
nice.
consistent from that point. So not too much of a difference. Personally, I was very sad.
Yeah.
But professionally, I was
Professionally
kind of
though.
professionally, I was like, oh, okay, I've got this. I can do this.
Yeah. What's been your favorite performance so far, do you think? Well, is there anyone that stands out?
Of my
Yeah,
performances.
yeah, yeah. Like before, the entrances, the songs, like was there a cover that is just like, man, you had to be there?
I feel like Believe by Cher, the one we did at the last year's King of the Metro, that was
I
like
remember that.
so insane. Like it was
Yeah.
crazy. It was just insane. Like the vibes were crazy. Everyone was so loud. I genuinely was like, I really hope people are loud for this. Like, I don't know if they will be. And I was saying that to Jax Jordan, and Jax Jordan was like, shut up. They're gonna be loud. Don't worry. And they
Dude,
were. And it was
yeah.
like, genuinely, I think of that performance so much because of just how insane everything was and how perfect it turned out. And yeah, like, honestly, that was just, oh, that was honestly just like top highlights in my life. Not even just entrances, not even just wrestling, just in my life.
I'm glad they you said that one because I was actually there and I can confirm it was loud and everyone got around it. Everyone was dancing as well, singing along to it. So I'm glad that that was your favorite because yeah, I think that was my one as well. But speaking of Kingsley, I we also saw that you were took a little trip to Las Vegas on WrestleMania weekend this year, and you did some training with the Lodestone crew. It's got to be kind of surreal having someone like a Bailey looking out for you, right?
Oh yeah. Like she embodies the name role model, like without a doubt. She was so incredibly kind, and she took the time just to chat with like everyone and get to know everyone. And she is like, yeah, she was so kind the whole time. Like she was
Yeah.
wonderful, and she's just yeah, she was like really just setting such a new standard for wrestling and specifically for women wrestlers, but just
Yeah.
in general, she's just like she's just a pioneer right now, and she's so cool just seeing it in real time, honestly.
Yeah. She seems like yeah, she's very down to earth. At least that's what I'm getting like from the clips that I see of that, even just what she's like on TV, like really looking at like a real genuine, I guess, kind of yeah, role model. Like you said, she is the embodiment of that name, role model. There's also photos of having some special guests like Rey Mysterio, Hall of Famer, CM Punk, also being there too. Did you know that they were going to be there, or was it kind of a surprise?
Nope, we had no clue.
Man,
We kind of knew that people would be there because the last one, like there were people there, so we kind of were like, oh, there'll be some people showing up. We like first like genuinely the first thing we walked in like 7 a.m. in the morning. We grabbed a coffee and we walked into the room, and then CM Punk's just kind of sitting on the side of the apron, and we were just like, okay, all right.
do you try not to like be like starstruck or anything like that? You try to be professional, you just serious face or what?
Oh, I can so be professional on the outside, but on the inside, I was just like, whoa. Um,
Man.
but oh my God, like I kept turning to Kingsley and I kept going, Kingsley, look, look.
And did you get a chance to chat to them too? Like, were they just down for like questions and just advice?
Yeah, like yeah, Punk was there for ages, mostly answering questions, but then also like we were taking photos and we were just having like just chats with him, and he was really lovely. And yeah, like Ray, super kind. Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch were there, very lovely. Danhausen was there.
Man.
Yeah, like there was so many people that we just came across. Like we got so much in like one day. It was crazy. It was
Was it just one
so
day of like the like I guess yeah training, or was it a bit more than that?
Yeah, I think it's just the genuine, like the Vegas Mania schedule was just hectic.
Yeah.
It was like one kind of full day, like 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. of kind of us in this like little training area where we did all of that. But then the day before we did like a little dinner with whoever was in town at that point at like this Airbnb that Bailey rented out. So we did like that just to kind of like get to know each other rather than showing up on the day and just kind of
Yeah.
meeting everyone there. So that was, yeah, that was really, so it was kind of like a 1.5 day kind of thing.
Man.
But yeah, so much, just so much in that, like in such a short time span.
Yeah, it looked so cool. Like I remember seeing it when you guys were posting about it in real time. Like, man, like it's so close. Like, you know what I mean? It's so nice seeing like, oh my God, like she's from here. Like she's from here and
Yeah.
she's over there talking to them. That's pretty that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
I'm a Nui girl going to Vegas.
All the
Who would have
way from
thought?
Nui. Who'd have thought, man? Now here we are. This is the reality.
Here we are.
Um,
Look at
and maybe,
us.
it's good having, like Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio there, someone who has done what you're kind of about to do this weekend, gone from the start of a Rumble, and hopefully you can get through it. King of the Metro goes down this weekend. Yeah, you got number one. Um, I
Yeah.
don't. I will. Yeah. Normally, I feel like I want to say congratulations, but if wrestling has taught us anything, it's all about the numbers, right? Number one doesn't mean that it's impossible, but it also doesn't look great. Do you have any strategies heading into the match this weekend?
I mean, yeah, look, look, number one gives me the advantage of being able to come up with very fun, very, very like hyped up entrance. And so I've got that advantage on 28 other people because number two could come up with a hyped entrance, whatever. Not as hyped as
I
mine, but as
doubt
hyped.
it.
But my good friend, the Tuck Man, he won from number one last year. So it's, like I said, it's not impossible. And I mean, I've been tape studying. I've been watching last year's King of the Metro to look at the strategy. And honestly, if I just hang on for dear life, I'm certain I could win.
I
I
don't.
think, like, yeah, I think that's it's not impossible. It's surely very possible. I think I can do it.
Dude, I always watch Rumbles and I'm always thinking like, man, if I was ever in that situation, I for sure I'm just holding on for dear life. Like I'm not even fighting anyone. I'm holding on to the
Ex-
rope.
Exactly. Just stay in the middle of the ring and nothing can happen to you. I'm I'm certain that if I just do that for 29 other entrants, I think I got this.
Well,
And
I think you.
I think all of
Sorry.
Metro will agree. I think all of the Metro will be there for me.
Oh,
I,
100%. I also think that you have that advantage is that I don't think I've seen anyone try that strategy before. So it's how do you prepare for something you've never seen is what I'm saying.
exactly. You know what I mean? Like
Um,
I'm smart. I'm
yeah,
smart.
I got to go back though to your mention of the performance. You've got plenty of time as a first entrant to set up a nice little entrant. I mean, I don't want to give away any spoilers here, but is there maybe a little hint as to what you'll be performing this weekend, or is it something we have to wait for?
I mean, I'm always very hush hush with my entrances. Can't give anything away. It could give away my game plan as well. I don't know. But it's gonna be a very very big one. It's gonna be crazier and it's gonna be just very crazy, just hectic, insane.
Man,
If we hit all our beats, then Metro will have a very fun night. I can guarantee it.
the Metro is going to be so electric when you come out at number one to start off that Rumble. Look, last question, before we let you go. Considering everything we've spoken about, leading up to this, Lodestone, how you've, kind of just gone in head first to whatever it is and just gone for it. What's the end goal for you? Like, is it a championship match after this at PWA? Is it something beyond that? What is the end goal for Shay Cassidy?
The end goal, like my
Yeah.
big goal. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
what's the next big thing for you to achieve? I think
I
like because
mean,
you've done a lot
yeah,
already.
I mean, I think after winning King of the Metro, because I will,
Hmm.
um, I've never held a singles title in PWA. I've had the tag, so I feel maybe it's the time to chase some singles gold at PWA, you know? And I feel like I do this out of respect. I do this out of love for my dear friend. But hey, ooh, the Tuck Man. Maybe,
Wow,
maybe, maybe the Tuck Man versus Shay Kassidy for the solid PWA. I think people might want to see that.
that would
I think,
be
I think,
insane.
I think I would want to see that. Two entrances, two crazy wrestlers, two entertainers. I dare say it would be very fun.
I tell you what, the match starts when the entrances happen. You know what I mean? That's the start of the match there. I think that's the first four.
Right? Exactly. I can't just come out 10-0. I can't come out just normal.
No,
We have to be entertaining.
I like it.
We have to have fun.
Anything to do with Barnaby? Where's Barnaby now?
Barnaby's resting.
Oh,
He's
okay.
kind of like a hibernation thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Bears are weird.
he's got a big weekend ahead, so
He
fair enough.
does. He has to be my emotional support for this Saturday. Because
I
if anyone's
yeah,
going to help keep me in the rumble, hopefully it's Barnaby.
I think it's him too. Well, look, we can't wait to see you throw down this Saturday at King of the Metro. If you're in Sydney, make sure you get a ticket. It's one of the most fun shows of the year. PWA King of the Metro, Shay Cassidy, we thank you so much for joining us on Graps and Yaps today, and all the best heading into the Rumble.
Thank you for having me.